recording? Cool. The early 2000s were really weird. The teas were tall, the cups were doubled, and the music was silenced. Well, at least on MTV. It was around this time that the Music Television Network decided to change the content that I was broadcasting. It started to focus more on the people instead of the music. MTV started almost exclusively making reality TV and dating shows. Before the days of streaming, we were almost slaves to the network and what they chose to play. Our only freedom was to change the channel. Revisiting some of their most popular shows during that era made me notice just how weird they really are. Let's start with the dating shows, because I find those the most entertaining. Not entertaining in the same way like WandaVision is, more like entertaining in the same way a car accident is. It's terrible, but you can't take your eyes off of it. My favorite of these was probably Room Raiders. This was a creepy show. They should probably just change the name to Home Invasion. The premise of this show is 3 men or women are ripped out of their homes and thrown inside of this van. And inside the van, they are forced to watch as a raider goes through their stuff. And this is how they determine if they want to date them, by just the contents inside their room. They don't get to meet or even see the person until towards the end of the episode. Could you imagine if they didn't script this show? Like, before I have visitors, it takes me a good 20 minutes just to hide my hentai figurines, man. As you would imagine, they do find some pretty weird stuff. Like, this one girl had a half-eaten jawbreaker just chilling on her dresser. This one girl had a closet full of dildos. This one dude had some like Superman shit everywhere. Like, his whole entire room was Superman. My room is all Illuminati crystals, baby. Just a whole bunch of Illuminati crystals and hentai. The idea behind this show is just scary. You just open up your door like, hey, MTV? Is this MTV Cribs? Nah, bitch, we're Room Raiders. And you get taken into a van. Like, the next show we're going to be talking about is another blind date show. I've already said the name of it, so you should already know it. It's called Next. Who's writing these scripts? God damn it! This show would cram up to 6 strangers into the Next bus. And they would drive around to all these different date locations, and the first person would go out there, and at any point during the date, the dater could say, next, and then they would bring out the next contestant, and that person would go back onto the bus and talk shit about the dater dude. Like, oh yeah, he's not shit. He only took me to McDonald's, like bullshit like that. To make it not a total loss for the people on the bus, for every minute they lasted on the date, they would get paid $1. And at the end, if the person likes them and they don't like them, they can say no and keep the money. One of the things that I enjoyed most about Next was they had this moment where the contestant would come down the stairs and they would freeze frame. And they would have a still frame of the person, and a sidebar would appear with 3 random facts about that person. And these facts would be totally random. Like, I'm the inventor of silly bands. I have a butterscotch allergy. I dated Justin Timberlake's dad for a month. I once started on an airplane. I once watched the Matrix trilogy in reverse. 9 times out of 10, it's not like the person is fucking Sloth from the Goonies coming out of that bus. They're just being superficial when they're saying next. They're like, nope, I don't want no redhead. I don't want no redhead touching my peen. Like, come on, dude. You're better than that. I won't talk about A Shot of Love or I Love New York because I'm not a trained psychiatrist and I don't have time to break down Tila Tequila's problems. Instead, I will talk about another show all about self-indulgence. My Super Sweet 16. Each episode will usually follow two super rich families as they plan their daughter or their son's super sweet 16 party, and they go completely overboard. Watching these spoiled little complain because they can't have Soldier Boy, but they have to have Omarion perform at their party can almost nauseate you to a point of vomiting in your mouth. But it's the rare moments where the father gets pissed off and he shuts shit down that actually it makes it worth watching. For the final show I'm going to talk about, I contemplated a lot of them, but ultimately I decided to go with arguably the most 2000s show there is. I mean, seriously, this is the LMFAO of TV shows. Hey, that rhymed. I'm going to be talking about Pimp My Ride. That's right, Exhibit fans, you're going to be getting your minute of fame, baby. This show is pretty well known for all of the memes that came out of it, but I can't make an MTV show without talking a little bit about Pimp My Ride. People would send a super cringy video of their cruddy ride to Exhibit and his crew, and then they would go through them and see which one they would deem worthy of pimping. They would soup these rides up to ridiculous proportions. They would have like 17 flat screens, a retractable Quidditch court in the back, even an aquarium. Why the f would you need an aquarium in your car? But hey, Exhibit blessed you with one, so you say thank you, and then you dust that dirt off your shoulder, pimp. MTV's choice to change focus from playing music videos and showing upcoming artists might not have made everybody happy, but there was some positives that came out of it. We now have a time period we can revisit, and we can appreciate how far we've came, and we can even get some laughs out of it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Laters on the Benjay.